Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we will check out Charlotte Pudding, 4-life leader, Big Mom's pirate. We already checked her out. She got a small buff, I would say, from the Katakuri card, the new ones, like Charlotte Katakuri, the small one, who can cheat out a big Katakuri depending on how big the Don are from your opponent. Then the new Charlotte Katakuri, which is a blocker and restands some of your attackers. The new Linden, which is basically just a rush card, and the new Pudding Searcher for purple. So we got two Pudding Searcher, which is quite nice to always get at least a Linden if we want her. I guess this card can only search the purple cards, but that's also nice for searching for the Katakuri, for the small Katakuri, or even the Katakuri for a good ramp up. And we also included the Zeus. From, I guess he's usually played a Nami nowadays, but also a Big Mom's pirate card, which is quite a nice addition, I would say, as a 2k of course, and he has a KOing effect like Nami, like the yellow Nami. I also included this time the Hakai Ocean, because as I usually do, I took this list from OPO top decks, and yeah, the guy or the girl, I don't remember who it was, yeah, just included this card. So I was kind of curious on checking it out also, because it's a cool card. Felt like sometimes it's a little not really beneficial because of the -2 Dawn. So you want to ramp up as fast as possible, then you just go 2-, which feels kind of bad. Then you can also just play a blocker, for example, and yeah, hope for the best if the opponent goes too fast on a big board. And yeah, the other cards are pretty much the same. We didn't include the Viola for this list, so we switched a little around. And as you can hear, my springtime started again, like my allergic time. I'm really strongly allergic to the pollen, like the tree blossom time, and I'm definitely not a big fan of spring. So as you can see here, my voice, my nose is kind of stuffed. So I hope for the best here in the video. I hope I'm not sneezing too much, and I guess I will only do one video this week because I'm definitely feeling also a little weak, and yeah, just hope for the best that the time goes over kind of fast, but usually it's some months, so it can take up to June, so definitely not the best thing. So it started since last week here in Germany, so I hope yeah, there will be some rainy weeks where I can feel a little better. Yeah, we also included the Katakuri as I see it for now. Like in the last list, I think I didn't include him, but he's quite nice for the mini Katakuri. So you can cheat him out on the 8-Dawn turn of the opponent, which is nice. So yeah, also a cool addition. That's why Justice is 3 to remove some of the more dangerous cards of the opponent, because as you can see, we are not really having any big removal. Like this guy can remove, but it's usually a 2k. This card can remove, but only 6 cost. So yeah, that are only here, this 2. Only the 2 removers we have. I mean, with most cards we trying to overwhelm the opponent anyways, but it's kind of nice to get rid, for example, of the 8 cost Eustace kit, so we can push it just back to life. So let's start with the first video. So 1.5 as always. And we go second. Yeah, we were kind of unlucky. Usually you want to go first with Pudding, so you have the perfect Dawn curve. Like usually you want to start attacking with Pudding first, ramp 1 Dawn, then play the, I think it's a 6 cost Katakuri from Pudding back in the days, from OPO8. So he returns, well, like turns one of your life cards face down, then you ramp a Dawn, and then you attack with Pudding again and ramp another one. So basically you ramp 3 Dawn, and so you can go in your, I think it's a 4th turn, to your Charlotte big Big Mom, I wanted to say Charlotte Big Lin. Yeah, to you, Charlotte Lin. 10 cost yellow. Which is usually the strongest card. I mean, the new Rush card is also nice. Definitely a cool card. We also have her in our hand at the moment. But in general, I prefer the yellow one because it has a defensive aspect also for, yeah, just giving us additional life. Feels really strong. Also trashing one of the opponent's life. So it feels like in a direct attack. And gaining a life like a defensive style. Anyways, the game already went on and I only talked about pudding and I just forgot about the game. We play against Shirahoshi, which is an interesting leader. She plays a lot of the new animal and fishman cards, which are kinda interesting. Like the Sea Kings and just basic fish, which is kinda nice. I was hoping that the leader gets a little stronger. I feel like from the new leader, she's probably the worst. I saw a little Jinbei action, but in general, I guess the Shirahoshi is a little worse. Or maybe a little more worse, like Jinbei already topped at one event, which is quite nice. So, yeah. Because we went second, we couldn't really ramp. Also, Shirahoshi cannot attack, which is usually a big minus for leader if they cannot attack, like the VV for example. So this is a searcher. She didn't pick any cards, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why. So definitely a cool starting gameplay as a not that strong leader, I would say. Our hand size got quite big, which is interesting. Usually it's not that big because you are usually countering out at the beginning a little. Like, you always want to take the first hit, so you can then use the Katakuri to turn the other card face down, and then attack with pudding, and then use the leader ability again. But yeah, usually you want to counter out a little, so at least one card stays face up. Yeah, there's a Sea King. She plays a lot of Sea King's cards. Okay, the Tashigi for anti-removal. So we are at the 9 down turn, which is a little sad. And because she is not attacking into our life, we still have 2 cards face up. It's also kind of like a counter against her, against pudding. Like to just not attack into her life. I mean, it can be also beneficial for her if she already has a lot of Lin-Lins and then just waste the time and wait to play her and not lose any life. But for the ramping aspect, it's kind of bad, I guess. Okay, another Sea King. This was kind of cool. I guess this is the one from Shanks. From the early... one of the first One Piece episodes, kind of. Okay, she don't really have a blocker, which is kind of interesting. She'll just straight into life. Another time into life, and now we can play the Lin-Lin, trash the blocker, which is nice for us, and Charlotte Katakuri restands our blocker. So it's kind of a cool card for restand your blocker, so you always have some blocker active even if you're attacking with them. Okay, so now he starts attacking with the Sea Kings. Okay, we take the one. I mean, we are already, we are still at, or we were still at 4 life. So why not just taking one? So we got another Charlotte Lin-Lin 10 cost, really nice. So I guess we can finish the game here. And also she doesn't have any blocker up, which is quite interesting. So now we could play the 10 cost Lin-Lin if we want to. Yeah, or we just go straight into. Doesn't matter anyways. Okay. Yeah, so that was quite a fast game. How long was it? 6 minutes 50. This could be, yeah, it could be kind of like a normal game size, but or game time. Because I guess usually games take a little longer. But I mean, pudding games also go a little faster in my opinion because of the 10 cost Linlin can KO a lot of the lives, or like trash them is the right word. So we have a searcher. You usually want to look for a searcher. The small Katakuri is also nice, and the 6 cost Katakuri are usually the cards you would like to see in your opening hand. I mean, a 10 cost Linden is always nice, but if you have the searcher, usually you can find them anyways. Because you play 8 searcher. And you don't really need most of the, like the how do you say, like your turns are not that stiff. Like usually at the 6-turn turn, you really need to play the Katakuri for turning one card face down and ramping it on. But otherwise, if you're not doing that, or the other time, like the first turn and the second turn, you are kind of free on what to play and how to play. Okay, so 5 into life. We take it because we are not really having any option of returning it, like turn it face down. So we are at 7 now, which is not that nice. I mean, we could ramp now with our leader ability, which is nice. And then next turn we are at 10 for playing the Charlotte Linden. But at the moment with 7 we cannot really play out our Katakuris. Nice. But I guess, yeah, we take the 10 cost Linden so we can play out the blocker. And go 6 into life. Okay, not the best life cards there, but anyways. So Koby plays out Borsellino for some support, some block. Okay, he attacks with the Hibari. 8 into 5 is a little too strong for us, we need to take that. I mean, we could have also blocked, but I guess it's more safe to block and then take it on. Nice, we get the 0 cost event. Now we can play the Lin. So trash 1 life and gain 1 life. And as we cannot really attack at the moment. Yeah, so we can just return. Oh, he placed the new Helmet book. Quite interesting card. I'm not sure like why he didn't really trash a card from hand, a sword card. Maybe he didn't really have a sword card in hand, but usually you want to trash one card, and as he didn't really have a sword card in trash, then he needs to trash one sword card, and because he can play out an 8 cost or less sword card from your trash. And then at the end of the turn, place one character played out by this effect at the bottom of the owner's deck. So he can cheat one out, like an attack out for 1 turn, which is quite nice for the Secret Rare Koby, for example. So maybe he didn't really have anything good in hand. Maybe any good sword card, but even the Hibari, if he had it in hand, could have just trashed her and then played her out. And gain an additional attack, I guess. I'm not sure if you even get a rush then. I guess Koby can make you attack into character. Or maybe he needs a rush character. Maybe I'm wrong at this point. I'm kind of curious on how the Koby works in the future. I'm definitely looking into this leader also. Yeah, so we could sacrifice our blocker here, but we could also give 2 cards, like why not? I guess we probably are kind of close to win anyways. Casts a 10 in life, he blocks. And then he surrenders, and there are the Koby in life. I'm not sure why he didn't use them. Maybe they are not getting any rush. Let's check this out for a second. I guess I already built Koby. Where is he? Oh, did I wrote it with K? No. Did I build? Maybe I didn't save it. I was sure I was saving it here. Okay, anyways. We need black. No, not the C. Here. Okay, can attack the turn they are played. Okay, so this one gives rush. This one, on play up to can attack one of your opponent active characters. So he gets rush and then can attack into one of our characters. So take out our blocker, for example. You may return 2 cards from your trash to the bottom of your own deck in order to give you a leader. Okay, so leader also gets 1 plus 1000 power. And then Helmeppo can cheat it out. You may trash 1 card from your hand, draw 1 card, and play up to 1 sword type character with a cost of 8 or less from your trash other than Helmeppo. Then at the end of your turn, place 1 character played out by this effect. Place. Never mind. Play 1 character out by this effect to the bottom of his owner deck. Okay, so you can cheat out the Koby, or like you can trash the Koby, draw 1 card, cheat out the Koby. Koby can attack into our blocker. Gives plus 1000 power to the leader. Then Helmeppo can attack into our character, maybe KOing some of our small character. And then our, like his leader, like Koby, can then attack into life. So yeah, definitely, I guess a small misplay from him, or maybe a big one. Maybe I'm a little confused and something didn't work out there. Anyways, we go now into the Vegapunk. Definitely a cool leader. He didn't really got any buff or something, but he's... Oh no, he got the buff. I forgot about the one and only Vegapunk card. So it's a cool card, but I'm not really seeing him now way stronger or something. It's a cool addition, but definitely not the push he needed. He definitely, or he could need it a little stronger. Yeah, there he is. So he's a blocker on play. You can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, cheat 1 out, and then place the rest of the bottom. And then if your opponent has 2 character or less, you need to discard 1 card. So this card is usually just strong if your opponent has at least 2 cards on board. Was it 2 cards or 2 more cards? And if your opponent have 2 character or less, yeah, okay. So this card is usually strong if your opponent has at least 2 cards. So usually I would cheat out with the leader ability a card and save him for later when the opponent has 2 cards or more, like now, for example. So yeah, we take the small Katakuri. 2 searches are quite nice. We have the Linlin in hand, a lot of 2Ks for Vegapunk, which is always good because he goes kind of pushy usually. Did he even... He didn't even cheat out a card, right? Did I forgot something here? He missed, right? Play up to 1 cost 5 or lower scientist type character other than Vegapunk, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he missed, I guess. Yeah, okay. So yeah. Kinda unlucky for him, especially Vegapunk needs to go kind of fast early. Luffy is definitely not the best idea here. It's a cool card, definitely also a strong addition in the early game. But as the game goes on, this card loses a lot of value, especially against our leader, because I guess he can KO 1 4 cost or lower. And usually we are playing 6 cost or higher. Or like really low cards like our Searcher, but they don't really matter. I mean, our small Katakuri would be an option too, but we didn't play it out, so we probably will not play it out now anyways. So now we can KO Okay, Linden and Katakuri. We didn't really needed to do that, like our leader ability, because we were at 9 down anyway, so next turn we are at 10. That was a small misplay from my side, because now the opponent sees what kind of trigger we got. Could be a badge and a 0 cost yellow event. Okay, a Shaka is a good card for blocking aspect. Another Luffy, I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, he missed a lot of momentum in the early game. I don't know why he didn't play it out. I mean, maybe he didn't got any card. Like, I don't know his hand size. Maybe there are only, like, maybe Yamato or something if he plays that. And then the Luffy, which are not scientist cards. So we can now play out the Linden. I mean, attacking first is always a good idea. Okay, small turn order misplay. I mean, nice that the kid is gone, but wouldn't really change anyways, I guess. I didn't want to attack, that's why I didn't want to attack for gaining more trigger cards for him, so he gains a bigger board. That's why I didn't want to attack here. Okay, put the Frankie live, good trigger. Play a Pythagoras, also a good card at this point of the game. With 10 cost Rush Linlin, we could play that. Kind of sad that we didn't, that we don't have a second Katakuri, like the 8 cost for example, the other one, or the one we already have. So we could cheat that out with our 2 cost. So we could play 2 Katakuris here with the small Katakuri and play 1 more Katakuri the normal way. But I mean the Rush Linden is fine anyways. So he's not attacking into our life. I don't know why. So we will not attack anyways. We will just wait until we can finish in 1 turn. Because I was a little scared at this point. If he gets an additional rush card and his board is full, then we definitely have a problem. Oh, another small Katakuri. Kinda sad that we don't get the other one. What could be here really strong would be playing out the Searcher. I mean, we can also go for life, but we could also, for more defensive style, play the Searcher, search for a Katakuri, and then with the small Katakuris, play 2 Katakuris out at this turn. So we could go 12 into life. Okay, no, we go 7. Okay, he takes it, so this looks like he will take also the last life, because the spot is full, so even if there's something triggering, like, okay, now we can stop attack and play out our Katakuri. I was thinking really hard here. If we should attack or not, I mean, doesn't really matter anyways. Because I was thinking about the clapback next turn, but we got an additional blocker. Or like we got a blocker. So we have 3 life and a blocker, and our hand is full of counter cards. Like every card in our hand is a counter, and we have 4 2k. So he will definitely not kill us next turn. And he cannot defend himself. Yeah, so that will be a big misplay here. Yeah, he goes into Charlotte Linen. I don't know why, like we just take the 0 cost event probably. Or we can also give a 2k and a 1k. I was even, yeah, just a... Yeah, didn't really matter anyways. I guess at this point, like since last turn, he already lost. I'm not sure why he also attacked in Lin. Like he, even if he went all in, like ace or life into Lin, he would have lost anyways. Okay, so 11 into 5, some small misplay. Didn't really matter anyways at this point. So we can now just go 2 times 12. Yeah. Yeah, I guess at this point, even if you would have attacked 12, good, nice. He get 1k out of our hand and would have lost anyways. So 12 into life. Oh shit. He definitely thought he wins that game. Yeah, I don't know about that. So yeah, he just surrenders at this point. An interesting game. Let's check his hand for the last seconds. Okay, he got some additional ace. Cool cards. Not really a match against our Lin. I mean, he could have played ace, gain an additional life. Oh no, but he needed 1 Dawn for playing a card into his life, like the Frankie. So yeah, he would have lost anyways. Like this game was definitely over. Our board size was just too big. So now we play against the new Luffy deck, and definitely, I guess, the strongest leader at the moment. A really strong leader in combination with the Sanji card. Okay, just straight 9 into 5. Before we start, this leader goes kind of ham at the beginning from what I saw often. Like he don't really have any early game cards or not a lot. So usually you get the first or the second hit, he will maybe go all in just into your life. Also he's a 6 cost leader, but has only 3 life. So kind of equal to 1000 extra power. He got an additional life. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I thought I needed to sneeze. I don't know. Yeah, he got an additional 1000 power for 1 life less, so it's a nice deal. I'm not so sure about that. I prefer like the normal size, maybe even a mono leader with 5 life, but anyways. And he abuses the Sanji quite strongly because his leader ability is to search one card at the beginning from Straw Hat. So you can search and place 1 card at the top of the life. So that's why you can abuse the Sanji play. The Sanji Secret Rare, if you know what I mean. Really strong card. Really expensive nowadays. Like I bought mine for €6, which is like close to $6, which is really cheap. And yeah, now it's kind of like €25 since the deck got a little stronger. There was a big rise at the beginning when the leader came out and everybody was shocked. Then it went down to maybe 15, even 13 or €12. And now since the new cards are out and you saw that the leader is quite nice, the card went up big time again. Okay, so he plays out the Secret Rare, the new Luffy. It's definitely one of his key cards. New Luffy blocker. So now the Charlotte Linen play, and he's not in a good position here. Like he could play out, yeah, there's the draw at the beginning of the turn of a Straw Hat card, and now he draws a normal card. So technically he gains 2 cards, feels like. I mean, he needs to place 1 card at the top of his deck or at the bottom. No, at the top or bottom, I guess. But that's why he has a lot of recycling effect. So there's the Secret Rare. Luffy 2 times, really strong card. So we give him the 1 So we could play out 2 blocker here. We could play our Katakuri 8 cost blocker. We are not in a good position here now. Yeah, that's the Gum Gum Giant. This leader also plays this card, which is really strong for him. So there were 3 cards. And the -2 are not that important at the end now anyways. So here you can see the 6 cost event, the purple one. The Hakai, I guess is the name, is a little like a brick. So now we stand up our Big Mom again and have the 8 cost Katakuri as a blocker. So he will probably not kill us this turn. You can use the 0 cost event. Yeah, there's the Sanji, and he cheats out the 8 cost Katakuri blocker, which is really strong for him. Gear 2 for ramping. Oh no, he's just trashing the card for the effect of the 8 cost Secret Rare Luffy. So we take the 0 cost event, he will take again. Yeah, so now we can use our blocker and a 1k. So, as you can see, like you may trash 1 card from your hand. Return up to 1 character with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand. Then give up to 1 rested on card to your leader or character. So, definitely a really strong card. So, let's see, we can go for game here. But he has 1 done open, so I was a little scared of a Gum Gum Giant. So you always need to remember that Katakuri is an 8 cost, so if you go with 12, the Gum Gum Giant fits perfect, not perfect, just 1 down less in here, so you need to give another card. So if he had a Gum Gum Giant instead of the Gear 2, then he had then you were in a good position, I guess. No, but anyways, like, even if he blocks with the Katakuri, he can block 1 attack, like maybe the Blinde. Then we go with 8, or maybe we would then go perfect into like 10 into 6. Then we still had 8 on open, yeah, and then we could have went again, yeah. So he lost that game for sure. But as you saw, like the end game went really fast. Like he pushed out a lot of character, and also the Secret Rare Luffy is quite scary. So let's go into another new leader. The Katakuri, which is a little similar to Pudding, because he also benefits from, of course, the cards he got, like the purple cards. He has an interesting mechanic, like for checking the opponent's top life, and then gaining effects of if you're guessing them wrong. So the leader can check the card, and then if it's still the same card, you can get your effects through. Yeah, so we can take the 6 cost Katakuri, really nice. It's kind of sad that we went second again. Like, Pudding benefits a lot from going first and have the fast pace. And feels like we went too often second here, but it still can win. Like, this deck is definitely not in a big danger going second. But of course, the going first and then play the Charlotte Lin maybe 2 times, one after another, is so strong at the 4th and 5th turn. So this is always the weird turn here. Like you have 4 done, or if you go first, like you have 3 done, and usually you don't know what to do. Like playing out the Searcher maybe, or the small Katakuri if you are not sure, or if you're sure that the opponent cannot KO it. I was thinking here, like maybe I could KO the Pudding. Would have been also an option, definitely. Probably I should have done that. So attack first with the Pudding, turn 2 cards face up. But then I would have been in danger if he attacks me with a lot of down. Like, I needed to counter that out, otherwise I cannot return or like turn face down with Katakuri. But I guess also because we went second, it wouldn't be that bad, because usually then you don't need 3 ramping. You only need 2. Yeah, so probably I should have used the Zeus to KO the Pudding, for not letting him ramp always. Another one, okay. Cool for him, so if we go 8 on, he can cheat out 2 big Katakuris, really strong. And we are not really playing a lot of KOing effect. Only the Zeus for small character. Yeah, so we can play out the Katakuri here, ramp it on. We will not use our leader ability probably here. So let's see. Yep, we take the Katakuri. Oh no, we're not playing the Katakuri, we're playing the Zeus, okay. For KOing the Katakuri, also an option. So we don't need to be scared here. Play out the blocker. I mean, blocker is always nice. The Katakuri blocker is cool. Definitely a strong addition for the deck. I didn't include this card in the other game, in the first pudding review for gameplay, because I thought it's like not in a good spot as a 5-don card. I think I played the Brûlé, right? I'm not sure. Could be also an option to play the Brûlé for the trigger effect. We are not really playing a lot of trigger effects, which feels sometimes a little sad. But we definitely need a low-cost blocker to save our life in the early game. I mean, we didn't really play it against a lot of early game rush decks, but yeah, we definitely need at least 1 or 2. So now we're starting to get the Linlins rolling. Trash 1, gain 1. It's kind of sad that we are not having any small Katakuri. But on the other hand, he has the small Katakuri and seems like he don't have any big Katakuri. So the opposite way. And I rather have more of the big ones than and no small one instead of only small ones and no big ones. I mean, you can use the small ones as counter cards, but yeah, I mean, they are also nice to play. Like to play them out. Especially in his position, like if he had a yellow 8 cost, oh no, he couldn't play yeah, even if he wanted to, he cannot play the yellow one. But the purple one he could play. So I guess would be a cool card for him also. Okay, 6 into 5, we can counter that and give him the Katakuri if we want to. Or just straight up giving, oh no, we take the life, okay. A cool card like at the moment, so we don't have any like yeah man. We don't have any big 10 cost Linlins, so we could use the 6 cost card, the purple event next turn. Yeah, why not actually, to KO the Perospero and one of the blocker. Could be a cool card to use. And now the -2 don is not really affecting us. Okay, he goes 7 into our life with the pudding. Okay. Like, we will for sure KO that card, but yeah, I guess we can play the Hakai Ocean's Sovereignty. Take the Perospero and one of the Sundries out. And then maybe attack into the pudding with our leader or the Zeus. We could give Zeus 2 extra don, make it a 4k power, go into the pudding, and if he blocks with the left Sanji, we could then KO the Sanji with our Linlin, and then go again with pudding into pudding, like with the leader and the character, and then nearly clear his whole board. Yeah, then he only have the Katakuri left. Yeah, so now, yeah, maybe go 4 into Zeus, like 2 don extra and then 4 into pudding. Yeah, so with 4 from Zeus into pudding. I was thinking kind of long about that, because I wasn't sure, like, if it's better to just go first 6 into pudding with pudding leader. And then we could have attacked 5 anyways with Zeus into life. Could be also an option. I like the turn order. It doesn't really matter if we give 2 Dawn to Zeus. But if we do it like this way, we can attack with a 7 into 5. Yeah, 7 into 5 from our leader into opponent leader. But if he blocks, then we cannot go into lead. Other way around, we could, even if he blocks. But the other way around, if we went first with putting 6 into like our leader 6 into pudding, then what did he do? He just used his leader ability and then surrender. Yeah, but if we attack first with the pudding 6 into 4 and he didn't block, then we needed to go with our big mom. He probably would have taken that, and then we could only attack 5 with Zeus, and then he could have blocked that. So yeah, I guess with Zeus 4 into 4 was the best idea here. So now our last game against the new leader Nami. Also really strong leader. A lot of people were really hyped about that card. I guess Nami is also a fan favorite. And we start with a searcher. Feels good. We have a lot of Katakuris in hand. Also the small one, which is quite nice. Not the 6 cost, which is important for us. And also we go first. Feels good. There's another Katakuri for our small one. Nice. So we can cheat it, not cheat it, we can play it out here, the small one. But turn order always, go first into life. And then play out the small one. I guess Nami is not really playing a lot of KOing effects for a small character. So, okay, she goes 9 into our life, we take that, and there's the Katakuri. Perfect timing. Play it out, ramp it on, and then attack again, ramp another Dawn, and there's also a 10 cost Linden in life. Feels good. She's getting the Kikonojo trigger, so also some luck for her side. Feels good for her. Okay, plays out like the blocker sheets, the Momonosuke sheets the Hiyori back in life. 6 into 5, we take that. So now we can still not use the small Katakuri, because she's only at 6 Dawn, but we can play the 8 cost Katakuri directly and push the Kikonojo back to life. Okay, we take the 10 cost mom, always, really nice. So always turn error, 6 into 5. She probably gives us a 2k. Okay, and ramps, and not ramps, like pushes her attack to 7. Okay, gives us another counter card, really nice. So now we push the Kikonojo to the bottom, so the trigger will not help her at the end. Okay, with Linlin. She can gain the life because I really want to have the 10 cost mom. I will not hand it over to her. She only attacks with 6 and I already have one big mom in hand, so I don't really need to take that. So here we trash one, gain 1 life. Now we can cheat out the big Katakuri and go 5 into her again. So always go 5 first, then she needs to discard a card, goes to 7, and then you can use your 7 and 8 power character. So she needs to give then another card, or maybe 2 as well, or takes a life of course. So now we can restand our Katakuris. The deck went kinda heavy from a lot of big moms to a lot of Katakuris, I guess. Okay, so she trashes the small Katakuri with the Nico Robin. Feels okay at this point because we already played out our 2 big ones. So probably we will take another attack into life here, even if it goes 5 into life. Okay, she changed the top life. So if she's clever, she is maybe not attacking? I don't know, it slows her also really down. I mean, we have a lot of big character here. Yeah, we take that, give us the big mom please. And the next one, okay, she goes 7 to 5, I don't know why. We have a 8 cost blocker. 8 power blocker. Okay, 8 into 8, we just give her 1k. And now play out the big 10 cost mom. Yeah, there's a Kikonojo, we trashed that live, feels good. So now KOing her board. 8 into 6 and 12 into 8, really nice. And always remember to attack with 5 on first, with a 5 cost card. No need to use her lead ability. There's a Gum Gum Red Hawk, I don't know why she didn't use that card. Instead of trashing one of our life, it would have been way better to remove one of our 12k. Yeah, 12k character. Yeah, so now we could restand our blocker and the small Katakuri so she cannot KO it, and then next turn we can just overwhelm her. She still had one Red Hawk, which is a really strong card against our deck. She could have removed our big 10 cost moms, but yeah, I don't know why she didn't use them. But anyways, we were able to overwhelm her, and that was our last game. So let's go back to our deck list. So that is our deck list. As you saw, like, to just open, like, you can also include this as a 2k if you want to. I like the badge more for the trigger effect. In my opinion, there are way too less trigger effects here. I mean, you could also take these two out and put some 2ks more in. Could be an option as well. The Sanji could be also an option, but I'm not the biggest fan of this Sanji. The blocker Sanji could be also an option for a trigger. To have an additional blocker on board is always nice, and also maybe an attacker. So here a lot of Big Mom cards. I saw some people also including the Daifuku. Or where is he, the Pero? I mean, this guy don't really have any effect, same as the Daifuku. I'm also not sure, like, why is this a 5 cost 7k and this is a 6 cost 7k? Ah, because this is a 2k. Ah, okay, so this card could be probably the better card instead of the Pero because you not really benefit from the ability. Actually, also, I didn't really like the Linden. I mean, it's a cool addition for an additional rush. Maybe I didn't play it against the decks where this is strong. Probably against Blackbeard, for example, this is a really strong card. But, yeah, I'm not so sure. Yeah, maybe you should leave 2 in for Blackbeard. You could also include something like a Cracker, for example, for trigger cards. The Pero is also an option I could see because I used to play it before, but it's another brick in hand. So you play a lot of discard, 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 and discard, and this. A lot of bricks, and you have only the 0 cost event to get rid of them. So it feels kind of bad if you also not then include also the Pero. Maybe then you need to work on your 8 cost and 10 cost card. Like maybe if you play this card, you need to take one Katakuri, and yeah, maybe take these 2 out. Then you could include it, but I'm not recommending to play way more out of them. Also an option would be the Brûlé for 1k and a blocker. Can cheat, yeah, like it cheats herself out as a trigger, which is nice. So also an option to take this card out if you don't like it. You could also take one Katakuri out and remove it for a Brûlé for an additional block. Yeah, could be also an option. And otherwise, I'm not sure. Maybe there are more options. The Linlen, I'm not a real big fan of this card for putting, because you go so fast to 10 that this card is always better. Same for this one. And this one was an option in my old deck list, but I feel like with the new Katakuri and this card, like, these combo is way better with all of these cards instead of playing the Charlotte Linden, because you always need to discard a card and also go -1 down. I mean, if you are in endgame, it's not that important, but yeah. You always need to remember, this feels like a 10 cost card, and you have not any advantage for the -don. So yeah, definitely definitely better to play the Katakuri in my opinion. Kaido and Linden could be also an option because you ramp so fast, but also a risky card because you lose all of your Don, like you need to make sure that the opponent dies then. So, especially because Pudding is not really an early push card, like an early threat, more like a late game. You're not really able to take a lot of life from the opponent. And then when you play this card out and it attacks and you lose all of your Don, you need to go back to all of the Don. I mean, you can ramp a little faster with Pudding, of course, but yeah, I'm not sure if this is really a good decision card anyways. Okay, so this was the gameplay, the deck list. So I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed the Pudding again. It feels really nice that she got kind of meta at the moment. I'm not sure if she's really a tier 1 card, maybe tier 1.5, probably, something like this, but really strong deck at the moment, and the new Katakuri and Searcher card gave a lot of potential for this deck. Really curious to see how it does in the future. Thank you for watching. Yeah, let's see if I can make a second video, but as I said for this week, as I said, I'm not really sure, like I'm not feeling that good at the moment. I mean, like this video was kind of nice. I didn't really sneeze a lot or something. So I was a little scared of making a video and then sneezing all the time. But yeah, let's see for the future if I can make a second video for this video. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.